All right. Now, what kind of ingredients are you using, Miss Debbie?
Rachel, let's see. I am using everybody loves this. I can't believe it's not butter.
Uh-huh.
It is delicious to die for.
Uh-huh.
But it does not have the same amount of calories as your regular butter.
Oh.
But
so you put twice as much in?
No, you put twice as much.
Today's Sunday, you don't have to count calories on Sunday.
It'd be gooey. So I'm going to put this to go back in the fridge. All right, now I need, have you got...
is this recipe to die for?
It's to die for. I mean, the texture of it, when it hits your palate, it just...
Let me see the ice. Let's see the ice.
Ooh. I mean, it's like you just want to slap yourself.
Can you crush your ice?
We want to make sure we have a level, not packing, of flour. We want to make sure it's a level cup.
Okay.
That can't be packed.
A level cup.
I'm hoping the cup is right. Get your recipe.
Oh my God! Spoon or tablespoon?
It's 3 tablespoons of flour. And when you measure your flour, you want it to just be, it's not a heaping flour. It's just, since we don't have an accurate tablespoon, we're just going to say that's a tablespoon. Got it?
Okay.
And there's 3 tablespoons. And now we have 2 tablespoons of cocoa. So I want to make sure I don't overdo the cocoa. You get too much cocoa, it's too strong. So we got to make sure it's not too much. Okay. I will also put my sugar, since these are all dry ingredients, I'll put my sugar in here with it. Now the sugar, I have to have a cup. So I will use this and make sure I get a cup of sugar in here. And notice the measuring cup. There's 1 cup right there. So you have to make sure it's level.
Hey, this is cooking for dummies.
Now, I'm swirling around to make sure, and see, it is. It's a cup. So I'm going to put that in there. Now, what I want to do is to make, and I'm going to see if our lady of the house has a whisk. Do you have a whisk?
A what?
A wire thing.
I believe I got one.
You got to see if the skank of the house is a wire thing.
I don't need a brush. We're not going to brush chocolate on anybody. Now, when we start to cook, though, we will need something to make sure we're getting it all. Let's see, I like this. With chocolate? This is that. It's to make sure we're rubbing the bottom of the pan.
Oh, that replaces the wooden broom, the wooden spoon.
Oh, very good. Now, what I'm doing with this, the reason why bring the camera in here a little closer so you can see.
Okay.
I don't know what you do with that. Somebody else did.
Never
I
seen
like
that before. Do you notice how the ingredients are combining together?
Oh, yeah.
We're trying to get all these lumps out. We don't get the lumps out, we're going to have cooked balls of flour.
Oh.
So we're trying to get all this out.
We got problems.
Yeah.
See, I think you just take the spoon, mash each one. You just get the same little effect.
Yes, you would. But see, the thing is, you get used to doing certain things, and this is just something I'm just used to doing. Now, normally I'll take my little sifter if I'm having a lot of trouble and I think some of my flour clumps are, I'll put it through there and I'll just kind of knock it on here until it all comes out.
Yeah.
But
Do you
now,
have a sister?
I have a sister.
but I don't
Where's
need
the sifter?
I don't need that now. It's almost all done now. Just keep doing it enough. And now, while we're cooking, some of these little things will also break apart because I'll be stirring it while I'm cooking. Okay, so that's good enough right now for me. All right. Now, since I got my dry ingredients mixed, I want to have a separate bowl so I can do my egg yolks in it.
That's a cue for you, lady of the house.
And I'm through with my sugar and my cocoa, so I'm going to be a good little cooker and put them back on the shelf. Now, my eggs. Where are they? Oh, over there.
3 eggs.
You may want to follow
Three-
me over here to the
three
spoon.
eggs.
You want to follow?
Okay. Don't drop the eggs.
Since
Boy,
I'm
I
not
tell
making
you.
the whole chocolate pie,
Okay.
I don't need the meringue, so I'm not going to use the egg whites.
Okay.
So, instead of letting it get over there and get messy, I want to make sure the meringue goes down in the sink.
Do you always separate yours?
Yes. Well, see, you take the meringue and make the.
Oh, yeah.
But you're not eating the pie. You're just eating the chocolate.
Well, I could eat a pie.
Does he want a pie?
Do I have a pie crust?
I don't know. Would the lady of the house like to see if
We
it's
have
a
to
pie?
find the pie crust to see if he can have a
I
pie.
have a pie crust or not. I don't know.
You know the pudding would be good, but the pie would be extra good.
It would be extra good.
I don't believe I have. Oh, yes, I do.
We have a pie crust. So therefore,
Let's close in on that crust.
now,
Well, we got to get the oven on this little sucker now.
seeing that we're going to make a pie, that means we got to back up a little bit. We have to get our pie crust finished first.
That's good. That's good.
Would Charles like to have a pie crust that has the crust fairly crunchy, or does he like it a little bit soggy type when the filling's in there? How does he like that?
How about a little soggy?
A little soggy.
Little soggy.
Okay then. We don't have as much to do. If you wanted it a little more crunchy, you'd want to make sure that when you cook it, it's a little further brown. But if you like it, we can just get it brown.
Yeah, I don't think he likes his where it breaks up so much. You know what I mean? Hold together.
But now, before I bake it, I got to make sure I put holes in it so it won't
You diverted a bit and got off the chocolate.
Yes. Now, all right. Now we're going to put this in there. Now I don't know if you. Let's see. Is it ready? Can I put it in there now?
No.
Okay. We'll wait. Well, since we are going to have a meringue, is this the one to use to beat the egg white? Okay. So I need a separate one for the egg yolk. Okay. Now watch it not work. Oh, I don't know if I can do it now. Dad, I think I got to separate it.
Cool.
Now, see this little stuff?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was talking about.
I would just throw mine right on in there. I figure that's part of the whatever.
Now, when it goes out, all right, you see how it bursts just now?
You need a spoon?
No.
Oh, can you pick that up?
Yeah, if you grab that like that.
Yeah.
But now you don't want that in there because just one little dot of that egg yolk in
really?
there, it'll mess your meringue.
Well,
Now,
there's a little white in there, too. Did you see that?
Huh? Oh, yeah, the white is that. Yeah, that's
You want to
stays.
get that? Oh, that stays?
That stays. That's part of that white. But see, if you, and see, I had it on my hands, so I had to make sure I got that egg yolk off.
That's pretty cool putting it in your hands. I've never done that before. You know, you usually don't want all that junk on your hands.
Yeah, I know.
But that's pretty cool.
I'm going to leave it like that until I get this one done.
You know how I do mine? And you've probably done that in the past. Where you just take them from one shell to the other and let the...
Believe it or not, I've never done that.
You haven't?
No, I just never thought about it.
I mean, that's the way I grew up. You know, my mother used to do it like that, and that's the way I did.
I'm going to cup of milk in it. See, we didn't have any tap milk. Oh, yeah, that is a cup. Okay.
I thought you always kept that over there.
I thought I did too.
Just because this is a liquid, I'm going to go ahead and put the vanilla in here. Now, this is a teaspoon. Now, this is a bigger teaspoon
Oh, really?
than normal, so I'm going to put about like that.
All right.
All right. I'm going to use my whisk. I'm going to go ahead and try to mix this together. And when I mix it, the reason I'm mixing the milk with the egg yolk is to keep it from curdling when it starts cooking on the stove.
Really? See, I don't do any of that. I just dump mine all in there together. I dump those eggs, that milk, everything in.
Well, see, when Grandma was teaching me how,
Yeah?
she noticed that I was having trouble with my eggs curdling some,
Yeah.
getting little pieces of different stuff. And she told me, do this, and it'd keep it from curdling. And that way I'd have it all mixed evenly.
That could be a lot of my fault.
And see, I'm going to put just a little bit at a time and just go ahead and mix this. And I'll have this ready for the stove to start cooking.
When do you put your butter in?
When I put it on the stove, I'll just put the big clump in there and it'll melt as it cooks, gets hot and everything. And see, now I know that this whisk is not getting all the little corner edges in there. So that's where that spoon comes in.
And salt can do to move around.
Oh, you're talking about the big black?
Do that.
We're gonna have to get a wooden spoon.
Cause see those chunks and all that's in there? That's cause it wasn't getting in the crevices thing. So I've got to make sure I get those mixed up. Probably should have done that with the spoon before I even mixed the liquid in there to make sure. Cause I'll just have to make sure I smash them.
And what are we doing now, Miss Debbie?
Alright, we're gonna bake the filling, or cook the filling until the filling gets thick.
And how much butter did you put in?
I put 4 tablespoons. Now, it depends on how high it is. Now, you've got it on about 5, is that right?
No, it's on 3 now.
3?
Okay.
I'm gonna turn it to like 6.
And how long does this take?
It depends. Since I haven't cooked on this stove, I'm not too sure. But on mine, sometimes it can take 10 minutes. But
So
not
it will be
necessarily.
done before the burgers get done?
Yes, it will. They normally sell it.
And I was one of those kitchens, you know,
Yeah.
like over in Seville tells all that kitchenware.
Notice, bring the camera a little closer.
It's getting more
Notice how it's bubbly. I was about to say, it's cooking good.
I need to turn
Now, it's not far from being done. See how fast it cooks? Yeah, your stove.
Oh man, I cooked mine forever.
For real?
I mean, I've been here longer than you've been here.
Now, what's the difference?
I see, I'm trying to make sure I get that in there.
See, I turned it way down.
Now.
It's cooking hot.
You know that now I'm trying to make sure I stay ahead of the bubbles because the bubbles, that chocolate pops out big time. Now, what I'm doing right now is just to make sure it's good and thick. Now, that's a good consistency. You want it a little thicker or not?
A little thick.
Okay.
Keep cooking.
And when it gets cool, it's going to thicken just a little
I
bit.
bet I spent 30 minutes cooking mine on low when I do this.
Wow.
And you do this that quick, huh?
So what's the difference?
She had it up higher and she cooked it quicker. I thought it to thicken it needed to go slow.
Okay. I think that's probably going to be about as good as we get.
Okay.
I'm cooking that. Yeah, I'm ready. Now, what I want to do, I like to look through and make sure I got all my little pieces. And
I like what you're doing there.
My onions have disappeared to nothing, you know?
Now, you're going to find people that go through there, or they don't even look, they don't care, and they just dump it in there. But see, now, if you see, especially when you pour it in that pan, that pie crust, when you put it in that, and you notice some in there, sometimes I'll try to get them out. But see, some of those I can't tell if it's little bites or what. Okay, I'm going to put this over to the side and let it be cooling a little bit.
I'm going to cook a few more.